Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Ingvar Johannesson from Iceland, your resident feeder master. And on Christmas, we all enjoy our chess puzzles. And I encourage you to have a go with this one. It's a very interesting puzzle. Unfortunately, I've been unable to locate the author of this puzzle or study. So if you have any information about who authored this study, please tell me in the comments and I'll add it to the title and in the comments. I feel that the authors of such artwork deserve to have their names attached to their creation. But let's move on to the task at hand. It's White to move and do his best. His best might be a draw, his best might be to win. Most likely he's not winning because we have a big problem on our hand. This passed pawn is about the queen. And what can we do about it? Well, we'd like to bring our king maybe to block it. But the main problem is that our knight here is already attacked by this bishop. So we don't have time for king g1. Since bishop takes b8. And it already takes us 3 moves to attack this pawn. And black will simply defend it and has a winning position. So what else can we try? Well, we could try knight d7, try to catch the pawn somehow. Okay, the pawn advances. Knight f6. And now, if black isn't careful, let's say he plays d2. Now there are 2 things here to consider. If we play knight e4, try and catch the pawn, and black is careless and makes a queen, now we're happy. Now we laugh all the way to the back. And we play g3 checkmate. Hang on a minute. Black doesn't have to be this cooperative. So we go back. What if we flick in a check here on b8? Instead of d2 we play bishop b8 check. Well, that should be enough. We can't really do anything. This eliminates our g3 idea. And the pawn will simply queen. Let's try something like f4. Although this doesn't, this or giving all the pawns, it doesn't matter. We can't catch the pawn. It takes us 2 moves to reach here and the knight can't do anything. So black will queen. Okay. What to do then? What if we go the other way with a knight? Does that make a difference if we play knight c6? Doesn't seem like it should. We'll still play d3. And you see, to reach a square that's covering d2, we can't do that in one move. But let's keep trying. Like knight e5, we at least attack the pawn. But the pawn moves, we can only reach light squares d3 and c4, and they can't reach the light square d1. So, nothing to be done here. We can try kicking the king out, or we can try something like knight f7, hoping for a d1 queen. When once again we're going to give mate with g3, because the knight is covering this. However, black will not be a cooperative here. And he can go check on b8 or check on g1. In both cases with a losing position. Okay, so 95 doesn't work. But is there anything else? What if we take the bishop? It's still too far away. d2, we try to reach it, knight b5, d1 queen. But it looks like we won't move too late, knight c3. It's too late, isn't it? Black is up a queen, he should be winning. Queen d6 check. King h1. But hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Black can't move the king. If the king goes to g5 or g3, the knight jumps to e4. It's a fork and we win the queen. So black can only move the queen. But where can he move the queen? Let's try queen d2. And then I play knight to e4. The queen is attacked. Okay, let's give a check or something. King h2. His king can't move. It's boxed in. We can only move the queen. But can we make any progress with the queen? Our problem is that white is threatening mate with g3. So what to do? We pin the pawn, but now we simply move the king. Okay, we give some sort of check. King here. And it turns out this is just a fortress. The king can't move. And once we're up here, we're threatening g3 mate. We don't even need this threat. We only need this threat because if we didn't have this threat, it would potentially be zugzwang after queen f1. But even there, I mean, we can give mate here, but even still, we could play knight g3 probably, and then go back to e4, and we keep the fortress. So it's just an amazing fortress here, and this position is a draw. Let's see it again from the top. So it looks like we can't catch the pawn, but knight c6. And note that I didn't mention it, if this guy moves, the easiest way to draw is probably just to take the pawn here, because we have the wrong rook pawn here. And then we just move our pawns and keep our king in the corner. So black can't really avoid the draw here. So moving the pawn, we take the bishop, and then this knight journey to the key e4 square. And amazingly, there is nothing black can do because of the queen check, because of the knight check on e4. So we just have a draw here, amazingly. Nothing to be done. Shake hands. Thank you. Good night. Merry Christmas to everybody. Draw. Nobody loses. Everybody's happy. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.